The Curbetube brush is a great way to create strands of something or ropes or other things like that. In order to control them, what you need to do is go into your stroke menu. The thickness is going to be adjusted in the curve modifiers under stroke menu. You have to turn on size first, and then you're going to be adjusting this curve. In order to see that result take place though, you've got to click on your curve again. And of course, in this case, if you intended it to be thicker at the head, you may actually have to flip this thing around in order to get the behavior that you want. And the other thing that sometimes you'll want to do is lock one end of this, like if I'm dragging this around. And by the way, the size of your brush will affect how much of that curve it brings along when you grab it. So if you go into stroke, you can lock the ends of the curve. So lock start and lock end. So if I do this, you'll notice that as I pull this around, it's going to try to leave that start place where it is supposed to be. So let's show you the snap as well while we're at it. Snap gives you the ability, and to commit a curve, you just click off of it and then it gets rid of the spline that's in there and it just becomes part of the geometry. So snap will allow it to draw on the geometry. The only thing about snap is that it won't always work exactly the way that you want, and it will do some strange things going through the surface. The way to affect the depth that it goes through, or the way that it affects the surface, is in your brush menu under depth, and here you can change whether it's sunk into the surface or sitting on the surface.